Hey,
Hi.
another episode of Difficult Questions, and I have guests. This is so rare for me, usually because I'm talking about difficult stuff and no one wants to share. But Heather, my only Twitter friend, I've been on Twitter for 10 years. I have one Twitter friend, and I did an episode on makeup, and she thinks I'm goofy, and she says I say things that I shouldn't be saying. But I told her that I was looking for someone to do selfies with because I felt that I needed a female component to the male experience of selfies and why selfies. She said, fine, I'll help you. And I said, well, you and your husband are the cutest couple on TikTok
I
and
don't know if that's
Instagram and Twitter. Can he come too? And she said, fine. So Heather Dunn and Jourdan. Jourdan, what's your last name?
fun.
Dunn.
Fun.
All right. Well, Duns and a Dunzweiler. It'll make it easy. All right. We'll get this together. So first I want to talk about your journey with selfies that I've seen on Twitter. So you do, when you have a cute outfit, you post that to Twitter.
I will sometimes post that to Twitter. Sure.
Why? And who do you want to see that?
You know what? I used to write a fashion blog, and so I used to take a lot of my like if I like my outfit, I would take a photo of it to include in the blog. I stopped writing the blogs, but I still really enjoyed taking I guess photographic evidence of my nice outfit, and I started posting them on Instagram. My Instagram account is incredibly small compared to my Twitter account, so then I started sharing them to Twitter. Mostly I thought my audience was, women my age, like working moms, also looking at outfits and stuff like that. So my outfits are usually like business casual, nothing crazy, nothing that's like alluring for men or anything like that. So I think mostly when I post my outfits, it's, women in my age group or around that.
Do you get salacious men?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. I just ignore it most of the time. Like mostly people will like it. And sometimes people will like, even guys will say, oh, you look nice or you look beautiful. And I don't take offense to that because that's not skeevy. But, occasionally someone will say something inappropriate and I'll just block them and remove the comment.
I know you've also talked about how you've felt you may quit Twitter because it just
uh,
was hurting your
Twitter,
heart or your
Twitter
head
is
or
Twitter is a real struggle for me because I try to, for the most part, be a pleasant person, or at least, funny and witty or sarcastic if I'm, making sort of a commentary. But some people are just horrible and mean on there. And, I take a lot of things very personally, and I know I shouldn't because they're internet strangers. But, I tend to do that. So I teeter all the time with deleting my Twitter. I won't because I grew it so to like a good size, but
so you both are writers and I'm an entrepreneur producer. So we're all trying to build an audience because you have a product to sell at the end of the day. And I know you've talked about you had a good audience that you didn't want to give up because you're still writing, you want your stuff out there.
sure.
And my business coach once said, people want to know, like, and trust you.
Mhm.
And I always wanted to just push my professional stuff out there, my projects. And he said, you
Mhm.
have to do personality, right? But my personality is goofy and it's not alluring.
Mhm.
And, I posted a picture of me and my pink flamingo on my helmet, and you almost unfriended me. It was like, this guy's too weird, right? But I see women that are posting pictures of themselves naked or almost naked saying, am I attractive? I'm 45. Am I attractive? And I just think, what are you? One, I never want to insult someone, but I just ask, I'm like, are you broken? Like, what are you looking for? Because the internet is mean. You know what I mean? It's just mean people because they're all strangers. What do you think about that?
I am not a person that posts anything too revealing about myself, for the most part, because I just feel like I am of the age where having grown up without the internet, I just feel like that stuff is going to come back and bite you. And whether it's being insulted because an internet stranger calls you fat or ugly, that's one thing. But having your employer come upon them is a completely different thing. And so I tend to err on the side of caution because I don't need a lot of strangers to see a lot of my body. So that's where I fall on that. And if other women are comfortable sharing themselves, then that's their deal. I would caution, like if I had a daughter, I would caution her to err on the side of modesty with regard to posting pictures because you never know what's going to come back. People
Yeah.
strangers save photos of you, and you don't even. I know it sounds paranoid, but like,
Right. And then Jordan, we were talking about you as a writer have a pseudonym. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were also talking about having this, I'm always Glen Dunzweiler, and that's easy for me, but at some point that could become a problem because people are easy to search me. If I do have an employer that doesn't like stuff I post, I have to worry about that. So what do you post, if anything, as far as selfies and pictures of yourself? And then two, how do you use that pseudonym for writing and then for imaging and then
All
versus
right.
your real name and your real.
In terms of like sharing selfies, I'll usually do like there's every now and there's like a trend of like share a picture of you in black and white, or of like you at 18 versus now. I'll do those. Just because but usually with the black and white ones, I'm a little cheeky with it by saying me in monochrome instead of saying black and white. But because I see it so often. And then so the reason for my pseudonym is my real name I share with a famous European model, a European female model, I should say.
Oh,
So, and growing up, ever since I've had my email, which has my name in it, um, I've gotten invites to galas in Spain. I've gotten happy birthdays in August when my birthday's in April. So for me, it was like kind of like to avoid any confusion. Like I'm
yeah.
gonna use a pseudonym, so I picked Jonathan D. Clark as my pseudonym.
Yeah, that is the almost kind of a twist on the people searching you out, right?
Yeah,
Like someone may think you're an amazing female model and then just start stalking you.
yeah. So like if they see like a book with like say False Cathedral with Jourdan Dunn, they might think, oh, the actress, the model has written a book, so it was more of a. But like in my author bio, either on the one of the pages or on the back, I always put Jonathan D. Clark, the writing pseudonym for Jourdan Dunn. So like my name still appears on the book. It's just kind of like a name recognition of like you'll see Jonathan D. Clark on Twitter, you'll think Jonathan D. Clark, the author.
Got it. Got it. So it's more for clarification than a separation. There's a cat. I have
the
three
cat.
people. I have three guests on my podcast now. This is amazing. So the other thing I see a lot besides Heather with your outfit pics are couple pics, right?
Yeah.
So you two are, I call you the cutest couple on Twitter and because we'll get into the videos that you guys do because I think selfie videos are an extension of
Mhm.
capabilities of selfies, but the couple pics that you post, do you do that as kind of a marker to say we are together in this world?
Um,
Or do you do
uh,
it just because you enjoy it? Or
do you want to? I mean,
Well,
I have an answer, but I don't want to answer for you.
well, I think for me it was just like I think you caught me staring, and you asked if I wanted to take one with you. I don't know if
Oh, the
that's
outfit
really,
picture?
yeah.
No, no, you mean, but like, date night, we post
Okay.
a couple picture and stuff. I don't necessarily think it's signaling to, I mean, it may be a little bit, it's signaling to the world like we're together. But I have always a concern that when I post selfies of just myself, that people are like, oh, what an attention whore. But I feel like I feel like if I'm posting like a couple photo, that sort of mitigates that problem a little bit. I'm not, it's not look at me, it's oh, look at us. And I feel like that's a different message. So I think for me that's part of it that I, sort of takes the focus off of me because otherwise, like how many pictures do strangers really want to look at of my outfits, of my face? Like, not that they want to look at pictures of us as a couple either, but I don't know. I feel like that's a little more socially acceptable.
Well, and with that, why do we look at pictures? Why is Instagram so popular? I see different entrepreneurs and different models, oh, look at my amazing body. I once knew a model that said, you know, I've got this and I might as well share it with the world while it looks good. And I thought, okay, and so there's that. And then I know male entrepreneurs will take pictures of themselves in remote, cool places. So
Mhm.
on beaches, on mountaintops, because it's kind of that allure of fantasy of travel and or they're really building you're sharing your lifestyle, your best
Mhm.
self. And I think that we all get trapped into wanting to do that. I know that when I take pictures, even my goofy pictures, I also hide behind why am I taking this picture? My
Mhm.
father was hugely um, influential in my outlook on life of what's your point? Why are you doing
Yeah.
this? Right. And then not wanting me to seem conceited and full of myself. Look at
Mhm.
me. I hide behind the reasons.
Mhm.
So I think men hide behind those reasons a little more than women. I wonder, someone was telling me that women care about their looks more than men. I don't know if that's true. I know that since in the past 10 years, once I realized that just looking better was just a notch on the list, right,
Mhm.
of attraction, that I just thought, oh no, I need to look good. I worry about me looking good. So I don't know if it's just men, but there's there's something about looking at people. Like when I think about your couple pictures and
Mhm.
I think about, well, the reason I call you the cutest couple on TikTok and Twitter is because it's you two enjoying each other.
Mhm.
I live alone. I'm a dismal failure at all relationships. Is just a bad scene, right? Heather at one point said, "Yeah, it's a good thing you're alone," right? So for me, it's awe. I get that awe feeling. We're like,
Mhm.
oh, two people really like each other and they're together. And I wonder if, humans, I wonder if that's why we also keep watching, looking at people, even
Mhm.
though they may not be the most model, beautiful people or have the best body. They in some way connect with us.
Mhm.
Yeah? No?
I think also like even before selfies, looking at like catalogs and stuff, looking at was something I very much enjoyed, like as a teenager and in my 20s. Like I think that you want to look at these, curated photos of people, because you almost want to just for that second sort of live as them and that sort of thing. And I don't know if I want people necessarily like to, hey, to live as me, but I don't know. It's a weird signaling to the
I,
world, like I'm doing all right. So,
I would kind of go with that. Like, kind of almost like pictures have, especially like posting to Instagram. And it's because it's not always selfies. Sometimes it's just like a locale or food or
yeah,
whatever. I feel like that's become the new journaling.
yeah,
And in a way, you're kind of curating and selling a narrative to other people. Like, this is what I'm doing.
yeah.
And like when people see that, and if it's something they resonate with, it's either something that they, one, have lived themselves or it's something they wish they could live.
Well, I think that social media really there's so much comparison and curating our lives to make them look perfect, to make them look like something they're actually really not. Um, and some people do it to the extreme, and some people don't do it to the extreme, but still do it a little bit. We're still putting stuff on there for what reason? For what reason do any of us, other than marketing our wares, do any of us really have social media accounts? Because there's other reasons why we have them. There's some kind of feedback or attention or a pat on the back or something that we're looking for, even if it's a little one, um, or a really big one, by sharing that stuff. I don't know, maybe we want people to say, "Oh, I wish I was Heather for a second," or something like that. Like, "Oh, I like her shirt. I wish I don't know." Um,
My family is very private, and
mm,
one of the things that they can't understand is how much of me
mm,
I put out to the world, right?
mm,
And part of my branding is I am for the world. Everything
mm,
I do is public. I don't have a private life, which not everybody does. And they're just kind of shocked sometimes. And one of the things I've found doing this podcast is I have a lot of friends because I can't let people put things together that would might point to my family who deserves their privacy,
mm,
or points to my ex-wife who deserves her privacy, right?
mm.
I don't need to be putting that out. What do your families think? Because you guys do these amazing cooking videos or just
I know
hanging out
they're
on the
amazing.
couch videos.
They're
It's
amazing.
like, I don't know. It's almost, and again, maybe it's because I live alone and you're my only Twitter friend. It's just I get to watch you guys go. It's like, oh, I'm kind of just hanging out with them right
Yeah.
now. I don't know why do you do that, and how does your family respond to it, or do they?
I mean, the cooking things, like tonight I posted one. I was like, maybe you should film me cooking this. I'm using artichokes.
Yeah,
So we
I
just
was
did
just
it,
I was just at my desk and she's like, maybe we should film something. Like, all right. I'm
right?
like,
I don't know. It's just a normal night. Do I, my parents very much enjoy watching. I think they think that we're very entertaining. Um,
You're funny. You're so funny together. You're almost this kind of understated comedy duo, right?
dude,
And especially when you're bouncing off of each other and you get these little fun judgments of each other. And I mean, it's really neat. I think it's really understated improv almost, but why do you know why you do it? Or you just thought, well, why not?
why did we do the TikTok? Like, what made us do? We just started that like a couple of weeks ago, and
First it was Twitter.
Twitter, because that's how we met. We met on Twitter. So first it was Twitter, and we occasionally will post our videos to my Instagram or to Twitter. And then a couple weeks ago, we for some reason spontaneously made a TikTok, and I'm not really sure why we did. I'm not sure why we did it because it's small, and we were going to talk about writing and stuff, but then it just didn't happen.
I think we tried once.
Yeah, we read some stuff.
Yeah. But I don't know. We just never think of it. And then when we're
Our videos are
working
never
or
really planned. They're always like, "Oh, I'm about to do this. Why don't we just film it for posterity?" Or I don't know. Sometimes we just watch them ourselves because
well, like one of our videos we filmed because it was like our first Thanksgiving together. So
oh, that
we did
one.
film that
We
one.
did film that one on purpose. We were doing
Something
a
related.
craft.
But other than that, I don't know why we film each other.
I think we just, we would like to watch our videos. It's like a little video diary.
Well, then I think that's the another question we have with social media. Not only do with our phones, we have this ability for quick access to still taking still pictures and video, but then we also have this quick access to publishing that to the world, which is different than taking it for you,
Yeah.
right? And and I think social media kind of has been messy in blurring those because stereotypically, if you were going to push it out to the world, that meant you were going to be an actor. So you're a
Mm,
type of a person. You're going to do a show. You're a type, that is you're a
yeah.
documentary filmmaker. So your profession is to do that. And now everyone's personal lives are just accessible to distribution, to filming and distribution, which in the past 20 years, I mean, I think has upset the apple cart quite a bit, but at the same time, it's kind of changed our viewpoint. Like
Mm.
why I can understand wanting to relive these cute moments that you two have yourself, but I how's the TikTok audience going? Is it growing? Is
I
it?
mean, like very. I don't really babysit that account as much as I do the Twitter. A little bit, but I'm kind of inconsistent about it because I feel like I'm too old to really understand what TikTok is about. It just feels it's like an uncomfortable app for me to use. So I don't really think I'm doing it right, and
Mhm.
so it's not really as intuitive for me as Twitter was. To be honest, I don't even know how my Twitter account grew the way it did. It was just sort of a lightning in a bottle thing that I don't think I could ever recapture. But I mean, it's all right. The TikTok's all right. Just like with Twitter, every day I say to him, should I just delete it? Should I just remove these? But, he's more, I'm very much a bridge burner and I love to just burn the bridges. And he's like, maybe we should just leave it alone and see how,
See how we feel.
see how we feel about it. Um, but, I've had the itch to delete it. I haven't. I haven't yet.
I know you haven't.
I've had TikTok for now 8 months. It's been my 8 month experiment, and it just makes me sad. Most of the videos, the people are so angry, and it's just about yelling, and it's a lot of just so much anger that it really started to affect my emotions.
Mhm.
So I don't know what my TikTok and my TikTok, no one ever really follows me.
Yeah.
My Instagram, because I'm kind of tied to some performers in Los Angeles that
Mhm.
help me that way on Instagram, but my Twitter has always been awful.
Mhm.
My Facebook has always been just this vacuum, this void of
Mhm.
I spit stuff out and no one ever talks,
Mhm.
So yeah, it's an interesting world where we have to think about what our distribution model is going to
Mhm.
look like for our person, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to do TikTok? Are you going to do Instagram? Are you going to do X or Twitter? Are you going to hang? Well, I think I've got 4 different Facebook pages that are all professional, and then I
Mhm.
keep my one private, my personal one private, but I still just pretty much post everything I produce. It's
Mhm.
not, I don't know. I wonder if people have private lives. And I wonder what those private lives are.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we put only a selection of
Yeah.
our life. I mean, my Facebook page is not is my personal Facebook page, and I have very few Twitter people are on there. It's mostly, my family, my friends I went to high school with, my coworkers. It's real life people. So I will occasionally post like photos of our kids and stuff there. But as for Instagram, I really just use for the most part for poetry and that sort of stuff. I don't use it that much. So Twitter is really my main social media. Um, but I feel like I have a sort of a curated existence on Twitter. Um,
Yeah, I talked to 3 people
mhm.
and you're my only friend. So it's like
A lot of
I
pressure.
have, yeah. It's like, yeah, I have 2 people that I talk to. 'Cause after Elon Musk bought Twitter, I just siloed down. Like
Yeah.
it's just all writers, and yeah, that's it. So, uh, yeah, it's small. Well, this has been amazing. Do you have anything else you would like to add other than I want you to tell people where they can go see your writing stuff?
We have our writing stuff. I will say one additional thing that the reason we started talking is because he posted a selfie that I liked and I messaged him, which I never do.
That's
Um, but
amazing.
I did. But I just said, "You want to be friends?" Not,
Yeah.
um, I wasn't. I'm not sexy or inappropriate. I'm just
Come
not
in
that
like,
person.
hey, we can do
No,
it.
it wasn't that. It was like, "How's your Thanksgiving?"
Yeah, it's like how was it? Yeah, because she messaged me. Was it Thanksgiving?
It was
It
Thanksgiving.
was Thanksgiving of 2022.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, and with that, I mean the reason I call you my only Twitter friend is
Mhm.
because you had posted a video, and you never post videos other than your cooking videos
Mhm.
with your husband, right?
Mhm.
But it was about this this guy that you thought you had a professional relationship with that got a little
Yeah.
weird with you.
Mhm.
And it was so open and honest. And when I think of social media, I'm always thinking about curation.
Mhm.
How do I, and what you put was not curated. It
Yeah.
was like, no, Heather's a real person. I can see that she's a real person. And I really appreciate that, and it was like, so somehow your reality caught you a husband and a Twitter friend, a weirdo in LA that you're helping out right now. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, our
Oh,
books.
your website, your books.
So
Yeah.
my blog website is the Lit Kitty, TheLitKitty.com. I thought it was going to mean the literature kitty because I love cats and reading, but apparently lit means something different. My former students told me that, but I bought the domain for life, so that's the website. So if you go to thelitkitty.com, you can have a link to all of our books, which are available on Amazon, and I have them here. In case you want to
Woohoo! Show them.
So this is his most recent.
Nice.
So the
All right.
Forgotten. Of course, there's selfies on the back. And there's false cathedrals. And so these are some of his novels. There's another novel.
There's another novel I forgot to grab. It was Division Street.
And also he has a poetry collection because of course we met writing poetry, and that's our story. It's my novel, which you can find on Amazon. It's a rom-com. It's not erotica or anything sexy, despite what the title to me sounds like. I just didn't know any better back then. It's not about a one-night stand. It's not at all. It's a rom-com. It's a lovely little book. Yeah. And of course, my two poetry collections. This one's Tiny Little Wishes, my maiden name, Heather Wickers, and this one, Famished Bitch, which has a selfie on the cover.
Yeah.
Myself. And some other selfie photography throughout.
Just want to finish up. You do have some boudoir selfies. You took a photo shoot that was kind of you. So what were those? Were those just a professional shoot, and then you decided to share those? Because
that was a professional shoot that I took. When we first started dating, we were long distance, and those are very sexy photos that 99.9% of them only my husband has seen. But I have creatively sort of cropped some of them so that I could use them for publicity shots as well. Like so my author pictures in the back of my books are ones that I thought I was able to like crop out parts that were a little bit questionable. But yeah, that was an investment in the beginning of our relationship when we were still long distance.
The thing is, though, now it's my turn to do the boudoir shirt.
It's not. It's just not.
Now that
I don't think the world is ready for that.
Speedo and everything.
Yeah.
So thelitkitty.com.
Thelitkitty.com.
I'm going to put that. I'll put that in the description of the podcast episode as well.
Yep.
Well, thank you two so much. I'm excited that I got some guests. I'm excited to actually talk to you two because it's been not talking to other than social media. So thank you. You're beautiful people. And I'm going to stop recording now.
Okay.
All right.